All right, welcome in everybody. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Flat Out Sim Series. Once again from the Williams Grove Speedway. Got about 24 of these 410 sprint cars checked in here. These guys about ready to wrap up the practice. We know that that's coming to a close, so what we do is we head down for our pre-race ceremonies. As soon as we're done with this, we'll get ready to go racing.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name, amen.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, time to go racing. National anthem and our invocation behind us. These guys, 23 of them, going to do battle out here, 35 laps. $50 to the winner, 25 to second. I know that they had Painting Ain't Easy come on board to put the winner's share up. So they're going to go do their qualifying stuff here. We'll keep an eye on the top 10 at Pylon, see who ends up quick time tonight. Appreciate you guys spending your Friday evening with us. You're not watching The World of Outlaws over on Dirt Vision. Glad that you're here with us. Things starting to open up a little bit around the country. Some racing being done. I am hoping to take in a little bit, maybe even tomorrow evening, but we will wait and see. Right now, time's starting to come in from qualifying. We're on top of the pile on JZ Jeremy Zarfo, 16.811 seconds. Craig Dunn, the Flying Aussie, 16.895 in second. Corey Wenzel now brings the 888 machine to a 917. That'll set him at third. Richie Preston. Oh, Troy Wagaman now has bumped JZ off the top. T-Roy, 16.781 seconds. Dylan Selman jumping up to third. So Wagaman, Zarfo, Selman, Dunn, and Wenzel, the top five right now. Have about 3 heat races. A little bit of a warm-up session. Put these guys out here for 35 laps. See who can pick up the $50 check tonight. Off tomorrow night on the Dirt Racing Network, and then back Sunday, back-to-back shows. Great Lakes Sim Racing Series, 7 Eastern. We'll follow that up with the Dirt Production Series, the late model guys, at about 8:30 Eastern. And then I don't know for sure what's happening on Monday. It is a scheduled night off for the Dirt Slingers, but I do believe there is a special event that might be in the works. It may come off a little cash race on Monday night. The Isabel boys putting something together, Joe and Jeremy, and we'll be announcing that here hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully I get a chance to talk to them. So only one day off. Hope everybody's going to have a big time this weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Don't forget what it's about, guys. It is about remembering those who have served and not returned to protect our freedoms. All right, qualifying is over. Troy Wagaman, quick time tonight. 3 heats, like I said, on tap. We'll get ready to run down it through our starting lineup here. There we go. Guys starting to roll them out there. On the pole, the high side racewear TH Designs, Team UDSR Ray, number 19 out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, Troy Wagaman Jr. And on his outside, the Wicked Cushion 19 Designs, Team SETI, number 57. He's from Maryborough, Queensland, Australia, the Flying Aussie Craig Dunn. Row 2 on the inside, another UDSRA driver of the 2 cars, going to be Cody Hartlob, and on his outside, John Loretto, the 11 machine. Row 3 on the inside, yet another of the UDSRA drivers, the high side racewear number 95 of Dakota Kuhn, and on his outside, Stephen Wurtzer in the 14 car. Row 4 on the inside, the 38 of Mark Strickler, and to his outside, the Miller Lite number 76 of Douglas Deeds. Right now, only car I do not see on the grid, the Flying Aussie, and I know he's here because I talked to him when he came through the gate. So hopefully we get Craig out there. Get him contesting this. We'll take a look at the guys lined up here on the front stretch, getting ready to push them off. Welcome in, everybody. If you're on YouTube, Twitch, or any of the Facebook channels, please say hi in the chat. I can't see you in the multi-chat. I am looking right past you because I am trying to watch a little bit of this outlaw race from here at Peevely, Missouri right now. They are rolling the first heat off, I believe. Or non-qualifier number 1 is rolling off right now. So I will not pay nearly as much attention to that as I am to what is going on right here. There's the 57 car, Craig Dunn, out on the grid. Forgot to so these guys will get out here. No cautions in our heat races. Everybody will be making the feature. Top 2 from each will make up the first 3 rows of our feature. Let's see, I saw somebody from Houston, somebody from Arizona, Reading as in PA, Berry Creek. So you guys are all over the place tonight. Appreciate you being here. Hope you enjoy the show. One more pace lap from these guys, and then they will cut it loose. Thunder and Lightning out of turn 4 this time. Heat race number 1. About to get underway. I do know next Friday we will not be with the Flat Out guys. I don't know if they're racing for sure or not, but I know that we will be back with Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series. Their big 2-night invitational deal is going to start next Friday night. So a little different programming next Friday, but we're ready to go green right here. Flat Out Sim Series Heat Race number 1. Troy Wagaman, Craig Dunn off the front row. Green flag in the air. We're racing. Good start for everybody, right? In a tight pack, headed into 1. Wagaman went through the middle. Dunn went around the top. Hartlob went down on the bottom. Wagaman, Dunn, Hartlob. Loretto tried to push it in on the bottom, and 3 and 4 on Hartlob. Couldn't get it done. That may cost him a spot to the outside. Kuhn took a peek, couldn't make that happen. Down the back stretch. Second time down our back stretch. Still the same running order. Wagaman, Dunn, Hartlob, Kuhn, Loretto. Loretto staying down on the bottom, trying to run down Hartlob. Hartlob's going in the middle and exiting out, or going in on the bottom, excuse me, and exiting out on the middle. That seems to be working pretty well for him. These 5 have broken away from the other 3. Still Wagaman up front. Dunn. Little squirrely out of 2. He still runs second. Cody Hartlob still hanging on to third. Dakota Coons starting to put a lot of pressure on John Loretto, the 11 car. He keeps trying to get to his outside, and every time he does, he loses 2 or 3 car lengths on him. Loretto just keeps running right in the tire tracks of the 2 car. That's not how you pass somebody for sure. No run that time. 5 down, 5 to go. Heat race number 1. Here comes Loretto to the high side. Got good drive through the center. Now he's alongside. What can he do down here in turns 3 and 4? He's going to go way up top. He's got the run. He's got it at the line. He's got third away from Hartlob. Now if he gets that same run out of 2, he'll clear him. He does that by 2 car lengths. Hartlob may have to change his line now that he's seen the 11 car going around the high side on him. He does, and that opens it up for Kuhn on the bottom. Dakota Kuhn, the 95 car now. In tight on the 11 of Loretto. Loretto wanted to go in the basement. Kuhn said, nope, you go on the first floor. I'm going down there. Moved him up the hill, but Loretto able to use that momentum and drive away on the exit of turn 2. Good battle here. Front 2 starting to get separated. 1 second between Wagaman and Dunn. Another half second from Dunn back to this battle right here. Best battle on the track. Troy Wagaman gets the white flag one more time around. Dakota Kuhn hammers the push bar on the back of the 11 car down the front stretch, and all it does is cost him time. Now Cody Hartlob peeks down the inside down the back stretch. Wagaman's going to win it. Dunn's going to run second. Loretto third, and a good battle for fourth. Kuhn gets it at the line. Hartlob fifth. Wurtzer, Strickler, and Deeds in that order rounding it out. But flag to flag, the 19 car. Troy Wagaman leads heat race number 1. He picks up the victory. We'll get ready to head for heat race number 2. On the pole, the M&M Painting and Construction Wicked Cushion, Brent Mark Sim Racing, team number 5 out of York, Pennsylvania, Jeremy Zarfos, JZ behind the wheel. And on his outside, the 888 of Corey Wenzel. Row 2 on the inside, Zach Settle in the 58. Zach Settle puts up the $25 for second place tonight. And on his outside, the Wicked Cushion, number 222 of Weston Newell. Row 3 on the inside, Todd Rayleigh, the 6 car, and on his outside, the 121 of William Hobart. Row 4 on the inside, the Fast Line Highside Raceware Speedway Engines UDSR Ray, number 56 out of Livingston, Montana, the Flying Fossil David Flick. And on his outside, the 47 car, going to be Ken Dakey Jr. Yes, Bruce Cox, this is iRacing. Most of these boys are Williams Grove regulars, and they all get together, invite a few of their friends, and put on a show just about every Friday night. They have for about the last, I want to say 6 weeks or so. And I think they intend to do this until a little more racing starts to free up there in Pennsylvania. So we've been covering them pretty much the whole time. I think they've moved one race from a Friday to a Wednesday, and we didn't have the capability to cover both, so they had somebody else do that. And like I said, we will not be with them the next 2 Fridays for sure. I know next Friday I've got Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series Big Championship Invitational. And then the following week, I intend to be at the All-Star Circuit of Champions race over in Meeker, Oklahoma. We are going to make a Midwest swing here, go through Lawton, Meeker, Okata, and then head up to 81 Speedway in Wichita, Kansas. And I intend to make at least 2, if not 3 of those shows. And the Thursday, Friday shows are on my list. So, going to give myself a little bit of real world racing. It's about daggone time, too. All right, green this time out of turn 4. Zarfos Wenzel off our front row. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and follow. Come over on to Facebook. Find the Dirt Racing Network and give us a like, a share, and a follow. If you're over on YouTube or Twitch, give us a follow or subscription. We appreciate it greatly. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 2 underway. Right out of the box, JZ heads straight to the front, and right behind him, Zach Settle, the 58 machine. That yellow and green car. Settle's been pretty good the last couple of weeks here. Very smooth and keeping his car pretty clean for the most part. Right now, he's got all kinds of company. The 888 machine of Corey Wenzel. Don't count out that Triple Deuce either. 222 machine of Weston Newell. Always a threat to come and pick up a victory. He's got the inside out of turn 4, and he's going to take over third, heading into turn number 1. Move Newell up a spot, Wenzel back one. We'll keep our eyes on these two. Looks like Slide Line City right now. Newell. Good drive out of 4, clears. Wenzel that time heading into turns 1 and 2. Now going to set his sights on the 58, but Jeremy Zarfos a half a second ahead of Settle. Another 3/4 of a second back to Newell, and then right behind Newell, Wenzel, Dakey, and Rayleigh. David Flick just a few more car lengths back of that. William Hobart's car already in the infield. Well, we're going to be at halfway. Heat race number 2, Zarfos. Keeping it up in the penthouse right now. Using that momentum line, and he's hanging on to exactly 1/2 a second. Settle tried a different line that time. Cut off a 10th for just a second, and then he gave it all right back coming out of turn 2. Oh, got the right rear end the slick. Now he gives up a couple of more 10ths. Weston Newell has started to distance himself from Corey Wenzel, and Ken Dakey Jr. set himself into the 5th spot. David Flick goes around the high side of Todd Rayleigh, and he takes over 6th. 3 to go this time by Zarfos, still out in front. Saddle second. Weston Newell sitting in 3rd, but Wenzel's trying to find a little bit lower line, a little shorter distance around the track. See if maybe he can close that gap. Two left to go, heat race number 2. Still Zarfos, 0.7 of a second over Settle. Gap closed a little down the back stretch. White flag for Jeremy Zarfos. Keeping the 5 car out in front. Off turn 4, checkered flag in the air. Jeremy Zarfos wins heat race 2. Zach Settle, Weston Newell, Corey Wenzel, Ken Dakey, Todd Rayleigh got back around David Flick. Rayleigh 6th, Flick 7th, and Hobart in the 8th spot. All right, final heat race grid out on the front stretch. On the pole, Fast Four Media number 81 of Dylan Semmelman. To his outside is Jessup Logistics number 25, Richie Preston. Row 2 on the inside. A 2X machine of Tyler File. And his outside, the 36 of Jesse Deeds. Row 3 inside, Kyle McFadden in the 29 car, the 21 of John Helms on his outside. And on the back row by himself in the 15 machine, going to be Darren Kaufman. Yeah, I heard, and that's why there's a couple of guys that would normally be here running that are not, Patrick. So I did talk to a couple of those guys via text earlier today, and found out that they would not be participating because they were getting everything ready to head over there. So, man, hopefully things are going to be getting back to, let's just call it normal, at least for the racing community, and we can start spending more time out in the sun, building up that vitamin D, and watching some really, really good racing. I think a lot of these guys are just chomping at the bit to get out there on the track, and when they do, I think we're going to get some really good shows around the country. All right, lights are off on the face truck. They're going to go green out of 4 this time. Semmelman, Preston on the front row. 10 more heat racing laps, And then we will move to our warm-up and then into our feature. Quick night tonight for us. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 4 is underway. Semmelman wasted no time distancing himself out in front of this field. Already half a second. Preston was battling with File on the inside down the back stretch, and Preston takes second away. Tyler File into third. Now McFadden and Helms battling side by side. That's for 4th and 5th. 29 car Kyle McFadden down on the inside, and he is holding serve against that 21 machine who is using the momentum line up on the top. Now the momentum line prevails, and McFadden moves into 5th. Deeds back in 6th, and Kaufman sitting in 7th. So Semmelman, Preston, File, Helms, and McFadden in that order, and Dylan Semmelman, 0.8 of a second. He got a distance off the start, and he has just extended it from there. Richie Preston working the same line, trying to keep himself in the top 2. That'll get him a starting spot on the outside of row number 3 for the feature. He has got a hard charging Tyler File right behind him. File not making up any time, but he's definitely not losing any. And if Preston makes a mistake, File will be all over him. Semmelman down the front stretch, halfway home. Heat race number 3. Richie Preston, Tyler File, John Helms. And go now. Kyle McFadden and Jesse Deeds had just a little contact there in turn 2. Deeds gets away with the 5th spot. Semmelman just driving away from these guys in this one. 2.2 seconds in front of Richie Preston. Preston a full second in front of File. Helms and Deeds, your top 5. McFadden and Kaufman a very, very distant 6th and 7th. Right now, out of turn 4. Flagman shows him 2 fingers. 2 laps to go. Dylan Semmelman 2.5 seconds in front of these guys. For those that wanted to know, the heat race number 1 is about to push off at I-55. Your pole sitter will be the new track record holder, Kyle Larson. White flag in the air here. Through turns 1 and 2 for the final time down the backstretch. Dylan Semmelman 3 seconds in front of Richie Preston. He's going to pick up this win easily if he can keep it out of the inside wall. There's the checkered flag. Preston coming home in second. Tyler File in third. John Helms in the 4th spot. Deeds, McFadden. Oh, Deeds run out of gas. McFadden is going to get 5th. And Kaufman 6th. Jesse Deeds running out of fuel in turn 4, and he didn't even make it to the finish line. So heat races are over. That will move us straight into our warm-up session. These guys are going to get out here and do a little track pack, and we are going to let you guys check this out.
Got a country swagger, keep the music turned up and got moves like Haggard. You can find us hanging out every night. It's a little bucked up, but we're all alright. Don't hurt the dream. Hey, let me hear you sing that I do what I want, do what I please, and all the bartenders let me drink for free. Everybody knows my name, and to me, you know it's just a game. Well, I get on stage and give the fans my heart, 'cause thanks to them, I'm a big old star. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It's a day in the life of a hillbilly rock star. Hillbilly rock star.
they're coming back to it. These guys gridding out on the front stretch. On the pole, the 19 car, Troy Wagman on his outside, the 5 of Jeremy Zarfos. Row 2 on the inside, going to be the 81, Dylan Selman. On the outside, the Flying Aussie, the 57, Craig Dunn. Row 3 inside, Zach Settle, the 58, Richie Preston. Outside that row in the 25. Inside the 4th row, John Loretto. In the 11 car, the 222 of Weston Newell on the outside of row 4. Row 5, Tyler File on the inside, Dakota Kuhn on the outside. Corey Wenzel inside row 6 with John Helms on his outside. Row 7, Cody Hartlob. Man, I am having a whole lot of trouble with this tongue this evening. He's inside of row number 7. Ken Dakey Jr. on the outside of that row. Kyle McFadden inside of row 8 with Steven Wurtzer on his outside. Row 9, Todd Rayleigh inside. Darren Kaufman outside. The 10th row will be Mark Strickler inside. David Flick outside. In the 11th row, Jesse Deeds inside. Doug Deeds on the outside. And on the back row, going to be William Hobart. 23 cars. 35 laps. One more time around behind the Chevy Silverado pace truck. And it is feature time. $50 to the winner. Oh, you know what? It's not 25 to second. I remember how they put that. It's 25 extra if someone takes the back row challenge and comes all the way to the front and wins this thing. So what you had to do is take an EOL, and I do believe our pole sitter, Mr. Wagaman, has made that decision to take the back row challenge. So it's 50 to win, 25 extra if somebody could win it from the back row.
Green flag, green flag.
So one extra pace lap. Make sure the field gets correct. And then it'll be Zach Settle on the pole. Jeremy Zarfos to his outside. We'll go green this time out of turn number 4. All right, on the throttle, green flag, and oh, Settle's car just took off and then fell down right on its nose right there, and he got hammered from behind. We'll sort all this out here in just a moment. All right, now, Zarfos, Dunn, Wenzel, Preston, and Settle finally gets the car going. He's on the inside there. And we got a stack up back here in turns 3 and 4. Flick and Rayleigh get together back there. We'll watch these two right here. Rayleigh, the 6 car, right there on the inside. He went in. Oh, he went in and clipped that fence on the entry, slid it out across the track, and then caught the front end of the Flying Fossils car there. So we will see what that's going to do to our lineup. Yeah, everybody trying to get them back in order single file. Not a good start for Zach Settle, and a really bad time down in turns 3 and 4 for Flick and Rayleigh. Ken Dakey Jr.'s car already off track in the infield. So 22 still running. Pole sitter and back row challenge driver Troy Wagaman started 23rd. He is now up to 18th. on the opening lap. As these guys will get single file behind the pace truck. Nose to tail here. Get a restart out of turn number 4. Zarfos Dunn, Preston Settle, Wenzel, Loretto, File, Hartlob, Newell, and Kuhn, your top 10. A lot of time left in this one. Slick line starting to appear down the backstretch, and that also starts to get just a little bumpy, especially around that walkover bridge. So, all right. Green out of turn 4. Waiting on Zarfos to find the throttle pedal. He rolls him in slow, gets him down into turn 4, and then he is on it. He and Craig Dunn getting away from Richie Preston just a touch. Settle right behind that. Wenzel went inside. I saw Loretto go way low. Now he comes to the high side on the exit. Cody Hartlob going to get a run and pull up alongside down into 3 and 4. Oh, Wenzel's car way out of shape, and that's going to stack a bunch of them up. Weston Newell, I believe, is in this. Hartlob, I know, was in this. I saw he was the first car to hit Wenzel. Watch the 2 car right here. Right in front of him, that 888 car is going to be sideways right there. Not much that he could do. Newell got a piece of it. I want to say John Helm's car was tumbling coming out of the corner, so he is going to be pretty tore up, and he'll probably be out of this thing as well. So hugging the fence a little too tight. Mr. Wenzel gets the left front up against it, and it just sets the car sideways in front of just about everybody, and he gets hit by a couple. Yeah, Scott, we got you, buddy. We got you. Well, we'll have a talk with him later about that. I don't know if he's got the car still out there. It doesn't look like it's that torn up. He and Hartlob both towards the back here, but get our top 10 reset. Zarfos done. Preston Settle. Wenzel's not in there anymore. Loretto, File, Hartlob, Newell, Kuhn, and McFadden making the top 10. Weston Newell's car going to be relegated way to the back, about 20th out of this group. 20th, 21st, somewhere in that neighborhood. Hello, Mr. Nichols. How are you, buddy? I waited for that phone call when we get together tomorrow. Green flag back in the air, and Zarfos, like he's on a rocket, took off and just flat got away from Craig Dunn into turns 1 and 2. Zach Settle now went around the inside. He's got third away from Richie Preston. John Loretto still in 4th. And a mad dash of cars in behind that. Newell, File, and Kuhn. That's rounding out your top 8 right there. 6th, 7th, and 8th. Now, Loretto had a little problem out of 2. Weston Newell was able to use the bottom side, and he got by. He'll give that all back. Once again, cars backwards. We will go check out Mr. Jesse Deeds, the 36 car, the black and green car right there, coming out of turn 2. Down the backstretch. Oh, car on the inside. Car to the inside, and that is the 38 machine. That is another one of the Strickler boys. I was almost positive of that. Either way, yeah, Mark Strickler, and he got in the middle of that. And so we will have to figure out where Mr. Strickler's car. He's headed to the infield. Something must be damaged on that machine. Get her fixed up. Rolled her back out. Must have been something pretty easy. So a little rough in the early going here with the flat out guys at Williams Grove tonight. Are you watching this and watching the Woo race there, Mr. Nichols? Two heat races are in the book there at Peevely. All right, lights off on the pace truck. We're going to go green once again out of turn number 4. Still 30 laps to go in this one. Zarfos, Dunn, Settle. Top 3, Richie Preston and John Loretto. 4th and 5th. It's kind of been that way for a while. The only car that's really moved much has been Settle's number 58 car. Another good start for Zarfos. Man, he is finding grip at exactly the moment he needs to when he puts that throttle down. He's going to lead us through 1 and 2, but Dunn closed the gap a little right there. Put a bigger gap between himself and Zach Settle. Now Richie Preston, top shelf, Settle to the bottom. That's 3rd and 4th. No change there. Go back here, look. Weston Newell got around Loretto. Move him to 5th. Now Loretto works back on the inside. He found a bunch of grip. He drove the 11 car back around the Triple Deuce. And clips a tire down in 3 and 4, and that's going to open it up for Newell. Newell should have this at the line. He does, and Dakota Coon's going to make a charge. Little contact. There's Zarfos. Zarfos' car out of the lead, and he's all the way back to the 4 spot. Dunn, Preston, and Newell got around him, as well as Zach Settle. Now he gets back around Newell, put him back to 3rd. He's chasing Craig Dunn, but Zach Settle, full second almost in front of Craig Dunn. He went from 3rd to 1st. We missed it watching the action back at 4th and 5th. A big shakeup in the running order. It's Settle, Dunn, Zarfos, Newell, and Preston, your top 5. Tyler File, the 2X, right around the top side. He runs 6th. Dakota Coon. Then Troy Wagaman, back row challenge driver, sits in 8th position right now. And he is making a charge to the front. 10 laps in. Still 25 laps to go. Sledding will get a little tougher for that 19 car. The closer to the front he gets, harder and harder to pass. That time Zarfos out of shape. Got into Newell. Steven Wertzer's car went to the infield. He will be finished for the evening. As we watch the lead start to shrink for Settle. Dunn, the flying Aussie, bringing it through the middle out of turn 4. New leader from way down under. Craig Dunn, your new point man. Zach Settle still in second. Weston Newell side by side with Jeremy Zarfos. That's the battle for 3rd. File, Wagaman, Kuhn, Semmelman. Semmelman took the back row challenge as well. Now he's worked himself right back up there. He's battling with Wagaman. Those two trying to get to the front. It just gets harder and harder to pass cars. Big slide job from Wagaman that time. Not able to seal it up, and Kuhn went right back around him, but here comes Semmelman closing in on the bumper. That's 8th and 9th. Craig Dunn now starting to get away from Settle out in front, 0.7 of a second currently. Jeremy Zarfos, former leader. Big slide job there from Wagaman. Still not able to make that work, but Zarfos under fire from Newell. Zarfos was leading early in the race. He finds himself battling for 3rd now with Weston Newell on the inside. Good battle behind that. Wagaman now has worked into 5th. He's put 2 markers between himself and Austin Semmelman, Dakota Kuhn, Tyler File. Laps starting to click off quickly in this one. Oh, that time Wagaman finds the fence. He lets both Semmelman and Kuhn back by. He drops to 7th. Dylan Semmelman off the back row now inside your top 5. Craig Dunn still the leader, 1.5 seconds over Settle. Settle's got his hands full now. Weston Newell has found something on the bottom. Weston Newell pulls the triple deuce up alongside the 58 car, headed for 3 and 4. And out of turn 4, Weston Newell has second away from Zach Settle. Now Dylan Semmelman in the 4 spot. He's working right through the middle of the corner in 1 and 2, and he is trying to close in on 3rd. Top shelf this time as Settle went down low. Semmelman around the high side. He picks up 3rd away from Zach Settle. Then Kuhn, then Zarfos, then Wagaman, your top 7. Done. 1.8 seconds. 16 laps to go, just past halfway. Craig Dunn starting to get into lap traffic. That is going to be Doug Deeds right in front of him. Deeds is in 16th place. Deeds moves out of the way, lets Dunn have the line into 3 and 4. Semmelman down to 1.1 seconds. 81 car is closing quickly. 15 laps to go. Weston Newell still 3rd. Zach Settle 4th. Dakota Kuhn 5th. Now Kuhn around Settle. Swap those two. Kuhn into 4th. Settle into 5th. Jeremy Zarfos is 6th. Troy Wagaman still fighting back here in 7th. Has been as high as 5th. Now finds the lap car of Settle in front of him. Works his way to the top side and around he goes. Lead has almost evaporated for the 57 car. 13 laps to go this time, and Semmelman is almost there. He's within 5 car lengths. Under 0.4 of a second. Dylan Semmelman closing the gap. You can physically see it down the backstretch. 1, 2 cars. Oh, car out of shape. He's going to have to really check up. That's going to open it back up a little bit. That was Hobart. Hobart got way out of shape in front of Semmelman. And now Craig Dunn's car is starting to flash around a little. Weston Newell still 3rd. Kuhn, Zarfos. Now Wagaman around Settle. He's into 6th. The battle shaving up at the front. Semmelman is there. 11 laps to go. Off of turn 2. Craig Dunn still holding on to about 4 car lengths of a lead. Gets the car squared up out of turn number 4. Stretch that out. Make it about 6 car lengths now. 10 to go that time by. Nearly identical lap times the last lap. 8 1/1000ths of a second difference. This time, Dunn keeps the lead. Still almost half a second. Nearly identical lap times that time. 6 100ths of a second. Craig Dunn, he now knows he's there. He's seen him on the inside. He's seen him on the outside. He can hear the 81 car right off the left and right rear corners of that 57 machine as we get down close to 7 to go. Semmelman just looking for a place where he's got a little more grip, and he might have found it out of 4 side by side at the line. Still done. 3 1/1000ths of a second. Now Semmelman finds bite out of 2. New leader, Dylan Semmelman, the 81 car. First time out in front. He started 22nd in this race. Back row challenge now has the lead with 6 laps to go. An extra $25 on the line if he can hang on. Weston Newell still 3rd. Dakota Kuhn, Jeremy Zarfos, and Troy Wagaman. Richie Preston, Cody Hartlob, Zach Settle, David Flick, the Flying Fossil in 10th. 5 to go that time. Dunn now starting to mount a challenge, try to close the gap back up. '57 car. trying to hunt grip, running out of fuel. 57 car dead on the inside of turn number 4. Dakota Kuhn now into second. He got around Weston Newell.
Caution is out.
Caution, and that's going to close things up with 4 laps to go. Troy Wagaman had moved up to 4th. We'll see if he gets to hold on to that spot. 2 guys from the back row now, both inside the top 5, one leading and one sitting in 4th. So with 4 laps to go, we'll re-rack them. Not sure what caused the caution there. Semmelman, Kuhn, Newell, Wagaman, Preston the top 5. Zarfos, Hartlob, Settle, Flick, and File rounding out the top 10. Craig Dunn, 5 laps short of the fuel window. Pretty sure that 57 car was the cause for the caution, as he was dead on the inside right out of turn number 4. I know the Flat Out guys wanted to say a big thank you to the Paint Ain't Easy folks for putting up the 50 to win tonight. And then Mr. Zach Settle put up the Back Row Challenge 25 bonus money. If Dylan Semmelman can hang on here and pick up this win, he'll pick that $25 up, as he and Jeremy Zarfos decided to go to the back and see if they could pass all the cars. And right now, those two sitting 1st and 4th with 4 laps to go. We'll see if the 19 car of Troy Wagaman can come up here and make a challenge of it. The 2 back row cars battling for the win on the last lap would be something that's pretty fantastic. I appreciate everybody spending your time with us on a Friday evening. I am hoping very soon all of us can be at the racetrack and we won't be sitting at home watching sim racing. As much as I enjoy it, I really do enjoy the smell of a little bit of methanol and watching these guys go around in real life. So, pace truck is in. We're going to go green out of 4. 4 laps to go right here. Dylan Semmelman
Green flag.
onto the throttle and gets a good start, maybe enough for him to hang on. Troy Wagaman went top shelf in 1 and 2. Big run out of 2. Newell got sideways. He closes up there. Not closing up on the leader very much. But Wagaman is going to have 3rd coming out of turn 4. Now, if he can do something with the 95 car, go up here and challenge for the lead. And they're going to see the white flag out of turn number 4 this time. Running out of time. Wagaman finds the fence. That's pretty much going to seal the deal. White flag in the air for Dylan Semmelman. Dakota Kuhn out of fuel. That's going to shake everything up. It's Richie Preston now in 2nd. Weston Newell moves to 3rd. Down the backstretch and into turn 4 for the final time. Dylan Semmelman's going to go to the back and then come to the front, and he's going to pick up the win. The Flat Out Sim Series. Back Row Challenge accepted and executed. Preston and Newell going to come home 2nd and 3rd. Get these guys around on the front stretch here. We'll talk to them. 81 car. I don't know if he's running out of fuel or not, but just setting it up to try to give us a little celebration donut right there in turn 4. I certainly hope he drives that thing all the way around for us. I do believe that Zach Settle is helping out Mr. Newell to get him around on the front stretch. We will get Mr. Semmelman in around here. All right, let's get down here. See if we can chat with Weston Newell. Let's get Weston. Let's get Richie. And then we'll put Dylan up there too. Let's get Weston Newell. Weston Newell, you got a copy?
I'm here.
All right, man. Well, up and down a little bit there, but you kept it inside the top 10 the entire feature. You come home third tonight. Talk to us about this race and the track and the way it changed for you.
Yeah, I don't think my car or my driving was necessarily anything special tonight. Just kind of was in the right place at the right time. And you know me, Roger, I was just biding my time down there on the bottom. I was kind of scared. I started the race with 19 gallons of fuel. And, for instance, Craig, who was leading there for a while, he started with 24 and he ran out. So I apologize for not getting the best job there at the end, getting in the photo, but my car was out of gas. I had to get a push to the front stretch. So
yeah, we saw those guys pushing around through 3 and 4. How much did the track change, and how hard was it for you not to at least try to find someplace else to run?
Yeah, honestly, I was just holding to the bottom because of my fuel. I have a problem, Roger, where I'll take 5-6 gallons too much. I'll finish third place and then wonder what could have been. Probably aren't going to win, but I always wonder. And tonight I just kind of threw caution to the wind, put 19 gallons in it, and said I'm going to stick it to the bottom, and I barely made it work.
All right, man. Well, a fantastic run. Still a podium finishing in this group. That's a pretty good deal. I'm sure you've got a laundry list of people you'd like to thank before we let you go celebrate.
Yeah, first and foremost, you here at the Dirt Racing Network, Roger, always a quality broadcast, pleasure to watch, tune into. Troy Wagaman and Dakota Kuhn over at Flat Out Sim Sports and all the admin team over there. They do a great job, fantastic league to run in, a lot of fun. All my teammates at Team SETI, Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, Deadhead.com.au, 410 Media Solutions, JZ Racing Photos, John, Chris, all the guys over at Pick Me Up, Jamie, Helms, Johnny, Otter, FTR. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good night, Roger.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you again in the near future, bud.
Yep.
Your third place finisher, Mr. Weston Newell. Now let's move up here to second place and grab Richie Preston. Richie, got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, a heck of a run tonight. You come home second, just one spot short. Man, walk us through this entire feature and this second place finish.
Good at the end. If I was good in the beginning there, I think I might have maybe ran a little closer to. I know Dylan was going to be quick, so it's just he's good around here, and second's probably the best we were going to do anyway. But if I was quicker in the beginning, I think I might have got a little bit of a lead there, but we'll take second.
Yeah, I asked Weston about how much did the track change, and I'll ask you the same question. How much did it change, and how hard was it for you to find places to run where you could make advances?
It was around the top early, and like I said, the car wasn't really set up in the beginning for up there. We were good at the end. Kind of put it through the middle there. Track changed a lot. The bottom and the middle came in at the end, so it kind of worked in my favor. I like running the bottom here, so yeah, fun night of racing.
All right, man. Give us a list of who helps you get it done out here, and we'll let you go celebrate a little bit.
Can thank you for the broadcast, Roger at the Racing Network, and Troy for the league. It's a lot of fun coming here on every Friday night. Then my team, Elbows Up SimSport, our sponsors, Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beat, Jessup Logistics, Paints by Tunican, Hergot Real Estate Group, BS Air, Old Wall Photography, Catch Fence Apparel, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Company. All
right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to talking to you again next week.
Yep.
Second place finisher, Richie Preston, and now he went from the front to the back, and then they dropped the green flag. And once they dropped the green flag, he decided to come forward. Dylan Semmelman, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Let me get your level cranked up just a little so the fans can hear you, man. You took the back row challenge, and it didn't seem to affect you a whole lot. You drove your way to the front there. And talk us through how to negotiate all that traffic, especially early with all the craziness that was going on, and how you got out in front and held on to this thing.
Yeah, for sure. I think you just kind of want to avoid all the wrecks, and there's a bunch of wrecks there in the first 10 laps. So got through those clean, and from there just going where everybody else is pretty much, and trying to bide your time without pushing it too much, but at the same time trying to pass people at the same time. So yeah, it worked out, and I'm glad we got the win.
Well, the track changed quite a bit, and so having to move around cars, did that make it even more difficult to find grip?
It kind of helped, honestly, when you're in the back, because the guys in front are so focused on their line, and when you come from the back, you kind of can run everywhere pretty much where everybody isn't. And you kind of get to see what's really fast. So kind of found that the top was pretty good there most of the race until the end. The middle kind of came through. So yeah, I think it really helped me, to be honest, trying to find which line I was going to run through the field.
Any nerves on the last restart there with about 3 to go?
More nerves on my field, to be honest. I think we only had like 5 left, so that was really nervous. That's why I kind of ran in the middle, not the top.
Well, you went back there with Wagaman, and he charged up there, and he was in front of you for a long time. Then he got hung up behind a lap car, and he was poised to be in position to challenge you. Did you know he was back there in fourth on the last restart?
I knew Troy would be fast. He's really good here, and yeah, he was kind of in front of me in the race. I was kind of following him through the field, to be honest. And I think he had something happen there with somebody, and I just got by him at that point. I don't know. I was just kind of focused on my line, and we got the win.
All right, man, who's on the car with you? And we'll let you go celebrate a great victory. You pick up not only the 50 to win, but the bonus money as well tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Fast Forward Media, Fast Forward Esports, everybody over there, Kyler Shaw for helping me and putting this whole team together here soon throughout the pro season. You, Roger, for broadcasting, and Troy and everybody, Dakota and everybody that puts this league on. It's really fun. I had a really good time for the first time, and yeah, thank you guys.
All right, man, thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations on the win, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you, Roger.
Your winner, Mr. Dylan Semmelman, takes the back row challenge and picks up the bonus caster. He'll pick up $75 tonight. We'll run through our final results here. Semmelman wins at Preston, was second. Newell third. Wagaman from the back row also. He comes home fourth. Zarfos fifth. Hartlaub in sixth. Settle finishes seventh. David Flick was eighth. Wenzel ninth. File in 10th. 11th to McFadden. Dakota Kuhn 12th. William Hobart, 13th. Doug Deeds, 14th. Craig Dunn was 16th after an unusual fuel situation with Craig. Said he had 24 gallons and he ran out with at least 5 laps to go. John Loretto, the 16th place finisher. Darren Kaufman's in the 17th spot. Mark Strickler, 18th. Stephen Wurtzer, 19th. Jesse Deeds, 20th. Todd Rayleigh finishes 21st. 22nd to John Helms, and rounding out the field, Ken Dakey Jr. Well, like I said, folks, I have a prior engagement next week, so I will not be back with these guys on next Friday, and hopefully we'll be able to let you know if you want to watch them, who they are getting, if they're going to run. I will be with the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series next Friday and Saturday night, and then the following week I will not be here. So for the next 2 weeks, Flat Out Sim Series. Hopefully they'll let us know who they've got if they run, and we can forward that to you if you guys are fans of the series. We'll tell you where to go watch them. But we are off tomorrow night. We will be back on Sunday. 2 shows, 7 Eastern and 8:30 Eastern. And then we'll let everybody know what's happening on Memorial Day evening. It will be at least an 8 p.m. show if we have something. And we'll get right back into our regularly scheduled programs Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and next Friday, like I said. One of our regular shows, moving from Wednesday to Friday. But for myself and Mike Peterson at the Dirt Racing Network, we appreciate everyone tuning in. I hope you enjoyed yourself tonight. Get to the racetrack as soon as you can. Until the next time, keep it